Hello, muggles and wizards. We are making Quidditchhole boards. You've come to the right place if you need to make your own league-approved Quidditchhole boards. Find the proper board dimensions on Quidditchhole.com using either the wizard instructions or the muggle instructions. The size of the board is the same in both cases. After properly laying out the 3 holes that belong on each Quidditchhole board, you have to drill the 6-inch holes. This is not the easiest trick in the world. You might want to use a jigsaw instead. We suggest using 1x4 for support underneath the Quidditch goal. You should cut out and complete one entire Quidditchhole goal before you start the second one. Drill pilot holes and assemble the boards with screws and weatherproof glue. You want the boards to be strong and last a long time. When you screw the entire thing together, make sure those screws get sunk way down under the wood so they don't stick out and ruin play. Because the Quidditchhole board has 3 holes in it, you need extra bracing underneath. 1.5 inches is fine for those pieces, but they still must be glued and screwed in. Make sure you leave some clearance for the legs. They fit at the top of the board and are 11.5 inches long. Let's look carefully at the screws you've put in on the face of the Quidditchhole goal. They need to be sunk a teeny bit under the surface of the wood so they don't stop the beanbags. On our prototype, one of the braces actually cracked while it was being assembled. We just put it back together, added a little extra glue, and everything was fine in the end. When it comes time to make the second Quidditchhole goal, you may want to choose to nest the board inside the other one for storage. So you just shrink the frame a little bit. The playing surface is still the same size, but the frame, being a little smaller, will fit inside the other one when you put them away. The proper measurements for this nesting come with the Muggle instructions or the Wizard instructions at Quidditchhole.com. You will need to use glue and screws as usual and very carefully place that inner frame so it supports the Quidditchhole goal and still fits inside the other Quidditchhole goal. Okay, now it's time to figure out how the legs are put on. First you have to build the legs. They're round at one end, they're 11.5 inches long, and they're held together with T-nuts and 1/4 by 20 screws. You want a flathead screw, and you want that screw to be exactly 1.5 inches long. The T-nut fits on the leg, and the screw comes in from the outside of the Quidditchhole goal. A 1x4 is actually only 3.5 inches wide, and these are 11.5 inches long. You drill that hole and cut that semicircle perfectly. Use a 1/4 inch drill and get both pieces, the frame and the Quidditchhole leg, perfectly aligned. You drill that 1/4 inch hole. Where the T-nut goes does have to be made a little bigger, but where the screw goes has to be 1/4 inch diameter. If everything's gone well for you, the 2 frames will fit perfectly inside each other for storage. You do have to cut 2 little U-channels on each side of the smaller goal. There's a drawing right there. And cut it out with a jigsaw. Then the 2 pieces will fit together like a hand in a glove. Once the glue is dried, you're ready to play. But you're probably going to want to decorate the board. See our other videos at Quidditchhole.com. Subscribe, please.